Hi, Colleen Elaine here, Bright Life Transformations. And I wanted to just talk to you today a little bit about mental health. You know, we often think about our physical health and sometimes our emotional well-being, but how often is it that we really think about our mental health? And this brings to mind an incident when I was at a doctor's office, and I can't remember what I was being seen for, but it was some kind of physical condition. And the doctor, after he had examined me, he asked me, "How's your mental health?" And I immediately burst into tears. And it's like, it was just so weird because I had no idea that I was having any type of mental health issues at all. But obviously I was experiencing a state of depression and I just didn't even know it. I was just going through the motions and doing what I do every single day. And so it was just really interesting that I could let something slide. And what I was doing was I was numbing myself with too much work and too many responsibilities. And we all find ways to numb ourselves, you know, whether it be alcohol or substances, shopping, video games, gambling, food, all kinds of different ways that we numb ourselves. So I want you to just think about that today, about, you know, what you're doing for your mental health. And something that triggered that for me was, I'm reading this book right now, The Beautiful No by Sherry Salata. It's an excellent book, by the way, just came out on June 4th, so I'll put a little plug in there for Sherry. And so as I was reading it, I came across this sentence that just really struck a chord in me. So I'm just going to read a couple of lines for you. So Sherry says, "And while I ate up every teaching, every word with a spoon, it's only now that I understand that the stories I tell myself matter more than anything. Believe me, it requires constant rewiring because those neural pathways of unconsciousness at this stage of my life have some well-worn grooves. I am as quick to put myself down, reach for guilt or shame like a Triscuit with French onion dip as I ever was. But what I focus on now is catching the first few words of that deflating, cynical story before it becomes a paragraph." So I want you to think about that today and just, you know, think about your mental health and also what are the stories that you tell yourself. And since I've had a lot of people contact me recently for weight loss, I want to use that as an example. So when you're dealing with mental health issues around weight loss, what are the stories that you are telling yourself? Do you tell yourself, well, I'm just big boned, I was born that way, so I can't possibly lose weight, it's just the way it is? That's a limiting belief and it's a story that you tell yourself. Or maybe you say, I can't even look at chocolate cake because then I'll put 10 pounds on my hips. Well, you are giving your mind a suggestion. Put 10 pounds on my hips. And your mind is accommodating your suggestion. It's doing what you want it to do because that's what the mind does. You tell your mind what to do by the thoughts you think, and the more repetitive these thoughts are, the more likely that your mind is to put that into action as quickly as possible, because your mind does what you say and think. So just for today, I want you to take a couple minutes aside and do a self-check-in around your mental health. What are the stories you're telling yourself? Because you can change that. And I would love to help you set those old stories free and create some new, more liberating stories around what you want your present and future to look like. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Colleen Elaine with RTT, where we set you free. Thank you so much. Bye for now.